Oh, we live. We are live. We are live. We are live for another Saturday night live stream. It is currently 8:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I came on 2 minutes late on purpose tonight because I was trying to wait for people to come into the chat. But there was nobody in there. So I was like, man, do I really want to start right now? So, I don't know, man. I had a great day today. I got, I took like a half day at work today. Came home. I wanted to watch the Olympics today with the a lot of the women's track and field. I wanted to see, so I was able to see that live when it happened today. I guess it kind of disappointed in the results. I mean, USA did good, but not as great as I thought they were going to do today. But stuff happens like that, so it's okay. Yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat right now. I see some of y'all have came in. But if this is your first time joining me for the live stream, the title and thumbnail that you see associated with this live stream is the last segment of the night. Before that, we do a segment that I like to call What Is We Doing? When we get to that, I'll explain everything you need to know about that. And before that, I like to do a channel update segment because, like I always say, this channel is 42% me, and you all make up the other 58%. So this is your channel too, so I have to update you on what's going on with our channel. It's only right. But before that, I like to say hello to the people that are here with me in the live stream. So let me pull up this chat real quick. And Tammy, I appreciate you being here. Drew is in the house. I appreciate you, Drew. I'm gonna guess that's pronounced Hummer or Hummer? Hummer Fox. Appreciate you being here. Marty, thank you for being here. Amanda, Buff, I appreciate all y'all being here tonight. We got some good videos tonight. Like, I don't know about the main event video because I haven't seen it. I don't watch those videos ahead of time. But it looks good. And most definitely the video I got in the What Is We Doing segment is kind of associated with YouTube in a way. So we're going to watch that. Tammy said you can hear me. Okay, that's good. That's all I'm worried about is if y'all can hear me. I know you can see me. I just need to know if you can hear me. I appreciate you letting me know that, Tammy. Okay, so we have the, hold on, what is going on with the, okay. Okay, Drew says he's down to 17% cell power. Might drop off for a second, but we'll be back in. Okay, that's no problem, Drew. I appreciate you showing up. Want to use your last 17% to watch me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. First, I want to get into this channel update segment. Now, we have hit a milestone. I know Wednesday, I realized that we, at that point, had passed 200,000 views on this channel. Was it 200,000 views? See, look, I don't even remember this stuff. It's just crazy. Hold on. Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm supposed to remember this stuff. Yes, we crossed 250,000 views Wednesday. At some point on Wednesday, we crossed 250,000 views, and that was a milestone for this channel, of course, a big milestone. But we also have crossed another milestone today, and actually it just happened couple minutes ago, really. I wasn't looking at the clock when it happened, so I don't know the exact moment of it, but it happened just a few minutes ago, excuse me. Let me bring it up so you can see it. This video, what is it? Man takes his right to remain silent to the next level. As you can see, I keep forgetting to block out that out, but I'm gonna do it next time. As you can see, this video just crossed 100,000 views. Of course, it's our highest viewed video in Derrick J Reacts history. It's our first ever video to cross 100,000 views. And man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much for that, man, because I'm gonna tell you about this video. After I recorded this video, I thought to myself, do I really want to upload that though? Do I really want to upload this? And I was still deciding. I think I postponed the day that I was gonna release that video. I think I postponed it like 3 days. I was like, no, I'm not sure about this video, and I scheduled it to come out a day later, and then I moved it again. I think I postponed that video like 3 days from its original date I chose, because I wasn't sure about that video. But obviously I'm so glad I uploaded that video. 100,000 views is freaking ridiculous. Benita, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Benita, I am doing wonderful today. I got a nap in. I was able to watch some of the Olympics live. Instead of watching the recap show at 8 p.m., I was able to actually watch it when it happened. I got a little nap. I didn't clean up like I was supposed to, but other than that, you know, Marty says, that's great. It definitely is. Benita says, that is so awesome. We're moving on up in views, and that is so great. Slap that like button. Exactly. We are moving up for real. Moving up for real. I appreciate all of y'all. Tammy again telling me that's awesome. Thank you, Tammy. Benita says, that's good you got a nap in. I forgot all about the Olympics being on. I love watching them, but I've been totally busy all day. Yeah, I've been totally busy too. Today was the first day of the Olympics that I actually got to sit down and watch it, because I wanted to see the women's 100 meter sprint race, and what is it, the 4x400 relay. I wanted to see those mixed 4x400 relay. I really wanted to see those too, so I had to just take off in time enough to see this. I actually looked at the schedule, the Olympic schedule last night, and say, okay, when does all this stuff start? And all the track and field stuff started like 1 something, I think. 1 p.m. Eastern, somewhere around there. So I was home for that. Birdie is here. Birdie! Cooking supper. I thank you for being here, Birdie. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Like I said, I love these live streams, man, because, you know, it's great I like sitting down in this chair, recording videos for y'all, but actually sitting down here and watching them with y'all, I can get y'all reactions to it in real time. It's great. It's great. It's great feeling because I like to see what y'all thinking as I'm doing it. It's wonderful. Amanda says, Derrick, I'm so proud of you, and people are realizing that this channel and our family we have here are one of the best on YouTube. Hey. She said it. So, like, if I said, you might consider it bragging. But if she said, you know what I mean? Like, most people can't just call themselves the best at what they do. You know what I mean? Like, the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan, by the way. But if Michael Jordan was playing, and Michael Jordan, during the time he was playing, if he said, I'm the best of all time, and he just kept saying that, people would look at him as being arrogant, But he didn't have to say that. He let everybody else say that. You can't call yourself the best. People have to call you the best, because that's just, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I lost my train of thought where I was going, like about 10 seconds ago. So I don't know where it was gonna lead up to something, but I lost track of it, and I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. I'm in the car and it dropped in between the seats and I can't reach it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It was something else I had to talk to y'all about for the channel update, and I still haven't learned that I have to write this stuff down. And I don't know. It was something else I had to talk to y'all about for the channel update segment. It was talk about that video and reaching 100,000. And my goal for subscribers is, because I told y'all maybe 2 lives ago that you have to start speaking your goals out loud and speaking them into existence, so the universe can hear you, And I think speaking them out loud motivates you to accomplish said goal more than it does when you keep that goal inside and you don't share it with nobody. I think speaking your goals out loud is very important. So I came up with another goal, and I'm speaking it out loud. Right now, as you see, we here at Derrick J Reacts have 1,461 subscribers. And if you're watching this on the replay, today is August 3rd, 2024. I want that number to say 2,000 before the end of the month. Before, I don't know how many days are in August. August 31st. So before September 1st, which is 28 days from now, I want that number to say 2,000. And that number will say 2,000 before September 1st. That is the goal, and we will reach it. The earlier, the better. The earlier, the better. If we reach it early, then that'll help us, give us a head start on the next goal. But right now it's 2,000 before September 1st. That is the goal, and that goal will be reached. I promise you that. I promise you that it will be reached. Marty says, yes, Derrick, take notes, says the person who never can find a pen. Birdie thumbs, whoop whoop. Tammy said that's very doable. And Tammy, I just want to thank you for being here and joining us. Despite what you're going through right now, I can try to sit up here and say I know how you feel, but I honestly can't say that. But I know you're not 100% right now, and you're still tuning in and contributing to this live stream. I appreciate you so much, Tammy. Thank you so much for being here. Amanda says, Tammy, it is doable, and I believe we will accomplish it. Larry, thank you for being here, Larry. I appreciate you. Larry says, watching ads, yay. I appreciate y'all so much, man. I love y'all. Y'all don't know, man. Every day, I don't know if you all realize, but I got to get to the next segment, but you all have really made my dream come true. Like, having a community on YouTube, or should I say a monetized community on YouTube, has been a goal of mine since 2012. That's when this thing, that's when the idea popped in my head. I really didn't start going after it until 2016. And for 8 years, I've had a lot of disappointments, frustration. I went through a marriage where I was treated like shit. I've been stressed out. And I had to change my whole direction and the type of content I was making on YouTube. But it finally came true, And it's, like I said, 58% of that is thanks to you all, man. So I just want to say again, while I got the chance, I appreciate y'all so much. Tammy says, Derrick, I would be here even if I was in the hospital. That's huge, Tammy. Thank you. That might be the best compliment I've received since I started this channel. Thank you for that. That was big. That was real big. Well, like Larry says, never give up on your dreams. I know life happens. Sometimes you got to put your dreams to the side. to deal with life, but you gotta pick it back up and go for it, man. Cause take it from me, when your dreams come true, it's amazing. It's straight amazing. Amanda says, well, this 58% is behind you 100%. Okay. Thank you for that, Amanda. I appreciate you. Well, I'm a little late getting to what I'm supposed to get to now. Okay? Y'all got me late. I'm going to blame it on y'all. Okay, so the next segment is called What Is We Doing? And in What Is We Doing, we like to cover a story on the internet. Most times it's a story from the news, and it's about somebody doing something stupid. And sometimes that something stupid gets them arrested. Sometimes that something stupid is just plain old embarrassing. Now, in tonight's something stupid, this is an example of somebody committing a crime for views. That was this young man's intention by doing this, and he just wanted views on the internet. I'm guessing he was going to upload it to YouTube because that's where you make the most money. But he just wanted views. And what did he do for views, you ask? This young man derailed a train on purpose in order to videotape it or record it and upload it to the internet. Let's check out this news story, and then we'll talk about it after it's over with.
A train derailment caught on camera. This is the frightening scene on a railroad track in Bennett, Nebraska.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You can hear the terrified voice of a young man in the background as he watched the startling scene unfold.
Okay, Drew, I see your, you said you're going to email me. No problem. I'll be looking out for it. I just burped in the microphone. I'm sorry. That's good.
The crash occurred between two coal trains.
I'm going to wind it back just a little bit.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You can hear the terrified voice of a young man in the background as he watched the startling scene unfold. The crash occurred between two coal trains. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it did cause damage.
And a viewer caught the whole thing on camera and sent it in to us.
This TV station aired the video, but the teenager who recorded the derailment is allegedly responsible for it, according to prosecutors. They say surveillance video around the area shows the 17-year-old setting up his camera 4 minutes before the derailment. Authorities say the teen denied trespassing in the area, but they believe he flipped the switch to cause the crash. The teen was arrested and faces criminal mischief charges, a felony in Nebraska. Prosecutors are efforting to have him tried as an adult in court. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Yep, all for views on the internet. I cannot switch back to the camera. Okay, there we go. All for views on the internet. Like people, I've watched this story, and I try to think back to my 17-year-old self. Of course, you know, when I was 17. And when I turned 17 in 1999, you know, social media was not like this, like it is now. I think we had AOL chat rooms back then. That was the most social. Was it MySpace? I don't think MySpace was invented. So AOL chat rooms was the See, now you're gonna make me ask Google, when was MySpace invented? When was MySpace invented? Okay. MySpace was invented in 2003, so I was right. Okay. All we had is AOL chat rooms back then, so it wasn't like this craze to get views on social media like it is now. But I don't know if my 17-year-old self would have fully understood that this was a crime. You know, before I did it. I don't know. I don't know if I would have realized exactly that this was a crime. I probably would have thought it as having fun, but you know, I don't know if he actually understood that this was a crime. I think if he understood that this was a crime, he wouldn't have done it. I just maybe my 17-year-old self was a little, you know, not common sense smart, you know, but like Amanda says, someone could have been ended. I guess I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, but like she said, that is insane. Like, it's just like, how first of all, my 17-year-old self wouldn't even know how to flip a switch on the railroad tracks. That's I wouldn't have figured that out. You know, but I'm sure all he had to do was Google it. I'm sure there's a YouTube video teaching people how to flip the switch on the railroad tracks. I can guarantee you that. We're about to search that up. Amanda says, we are the same age. Yes, we just had dial-up internet and AOL chat rooms. Yeah, and you had to hook the internet up through the phone. So couldn't nobody use the phone unless you had two lines. But couldn't nobody use the phone while you was on the internet. The internet was not fun. Like, it felt like the internet was just AOL chat rooms and email. Like, that's it. Nobody went to websites for what? Tammy says 17-year-olds are sometimes very stupid. I don't think he realized what was going to happen. Yeah, that bad. Me too. I don't think he realized it. I don't think, my 17-year-old self would have realized it. But Drew has gifted 1 Derrick J Reacts membership, and Diver Dan is the recipient of that membership. And this is what I was going to say, add to, that I forgot to say in the channel update segment. But I just uploaded today another members only video, and this members only video is an unedited version of one of the videos I posted recently. What's today? Saturday. Thursday's video. The lady waking up at the gas pump. I uploaded the entire unedited version of that from when I started recording to when I stopped recording. All members can go see that now. So you'll see what I took out. I kind of talk y'all through what I'm doing and why I chose to wait and say something. And, but yeah, so it's in that video if you want to watch it. Of course, it's a little longer than the edited one that everybody saw, but you get to see my mistakes and what I cut out and all that. So you kind of get into my process of how I create videos. And next month's members only video is I'm gonna record myself editing a video so you can watch my editing process. So but yeah, it's a members only video if you wanna check that out. But Tammy says, Amanda, I was in my very late 20s when AOL came out. Marty says, yeah, how would he get access to the Switch? We're going to find out. I guarantee you, if I search on YouTube, which I'm going to do in a second, how to flip a railroad switch, I'm sure somebody has made a video on how to flip a railroad switch. But we're about to find out. Amanda said, I was pregnant with my daughter and had my own apartment when I was 17. I grew up fast. I've never done something like this. Yeah, hey, I wouldn't even have thought to do something like this. Marty says, oh yeah, my kids would yell at me if I use the phone. Yeah, because, hey, you can't be on the phone and the internet at the same time. Thomas, I appreciate you being here, Thomas. We about to look up. Thomas says, I'm running late, y'all. I'm here at home cleaning my patio. That's work, Thomas. I appreciate you being here doing that at the same time. I appreciate it. But we just watched the What Is We Doing segment. Thomas was a 17-year-old kid who flipped the switch on the railroad tracks and caused the train to switch lanes and run into an empty train that was sitting on the tracks. But we're about to, hold on, I'm about to Google it or search for it before I let y'all see it. But we're about to watch as I search up how to flip a railroad switch, railroad track. What? At home. Switch. How railroad switches work. So it's all you have to do now. Switching rail track directions. Oh, in Minecraft. We don't want that. I don't want to play no game. Okay. What? Well, there's a lot of videos on how to do that. I'm gonna do this one. Let me see. This is hold on.
Once again, I'm back again, and I'm here with my boy again. I walked down from here. I think that's like, I don't know, 3 miles from where I was at to here, and I'm looking at this piece of equipment, and the name of it is a flop over switch. You know, it flops the track back and forth. You know, if the traffic coming out and coming in, line it back, it'll be for straight track. But for right now, it's lined for the left side.
What?
So anyways, I'm gonna show you how you throw this switch, or as my instructor said, how you
cameraman is just can't keep his hands still.
You gotta get in good body stance, And I'm gonna take the little hatch from out the little circle part. Come out the little cut, There you go. Y'all see, I got the hatch from out of it. Now I'm gonna lay it down right here. Now I'm gonna pick my foot on his left.
Okay, it's 6 minutes long. We ain't got time to watch all that, but as you can see, it is videos online telling you how to do that stuff. See, in 1999, I wouldn't even thought of that. Back then you had to go to class for that. You had to get somewhere, somebody had to teach you. Now you can just Google how to do anything. And it's a video for it. I'm sure if it's a video, if we search, there's a video saying how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how to cook hot dogs. All simple stuff. But there's a video on it. It's crazy. Amanda says, congrats, Diver Dan, on your membership. Yep, that was gifted by Drew. I appreciate that again, Drew. Tammy said you go up and manually pull it. Is that it's that easy? Drew says I'm in the salad port. I gotta get out of here. My shift starts at 8, which is right now your time. Thank you for stopping in, Drew. I appreciate it. Let's see. Rhonda Lovely Sparks, thank you. I appreciate it. Stop by to share my support and love. Has a watch party at right now, but always enjoying what you do. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tabby says she was right. You just go up to it and pull it. That's it. I'm gonna say I don't know how I survived before YouTube. Me either. I'm telling you now, because now we're so dependent on it. Like, it's like GPS is on your phone now. You know what I mean? Like, how'd they do it before that? Like, when I started driving, there was somebody help me. What's the MapQuest? It was MapQuest, where you'll go log on to MapQuest, right? And I don't think we have anybody who is young who don't know this, but that's in the chat right now. But you log on to MapQuest, you get your starting location, which is usually your house, and you get your end location, and MapQuest will get you the directions. So what you do then is you print out said directions and take it with you, and you read it while you're on the road. And before that, they use maps. I don't know how they did that, because I can't read a map worth nothing. But MapQuest was great. I remember traveling from down here. I'm in southeastern Virginia. I used to travel to Maryland, DC, all that during that time, and I had to get out MapQuest and print out the directions before I head to where I'm going. Wendy, I appreciate you being here. I like this, Wendy. You said this one time and you say it all the time now. Hello, Derek and non-Derricks. I appreciate you being here, Wendy. I missed super chat by Drew. I appreciate you, Drew. Drew says, I've always been the one to hate to leave good company. Oh, they're supposed to be especially family. So, man and ladies, I must get. Love y'all, and we'll catch you all soon. I appreciate you being here, Officer Drew. We know we got lives to save and criminals to arrest. So, let's hold you up. I appreciate you being here. Someone says, yep, 100% about the MapQuest. We had to print out MapQuest. Now you can we went for MapQuest, and then you had to buy the GPS. It wasn't on your phone. It's a separate thing that you had to buy, and and now they got it on your phone. It's wow. Like, technology is crazy. Tammy said she remember folded maps. I couldn't read a map worth nothing, but I think maybe if I needed to read a map, maybe I would be able to. I probably could read a map now if I had to actually read a map. But I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Marty said my mom taught us how to use a map on trips. Yeah, somebody would have had to teach me. And I don't think, because when I started driving, I can't remember if MapQuest was out when I started driving. I don't think so. But I never traveled far. I think when I started traveling long distances by myself, I think MapQuest was out during that time. When I think that was about 2006, 7, somewhere around there. Amanda says, I remember taking my daughter to Disney World using MapQuest. Tennessee to Florida. Yeah, you would need MapQuest. But the thing about MapQuest is if you get off, if you go in the wrong direction, it'll confuse you because the MapQuest don't. You can't just like go and it reroutes your direction like it does now on your GPS on your phone. You had to figure out how to get back on track, or stop and ask somebody, how do you get to I-95 from here? You know, that's but okay, we are 7 minutes late, people, but we sometimes, you know, we be getting into these conversations that I can't just move on from it, but yeah. Marty says, when I first moved to Australia, we had like a book of maps for each major city. My partner would drive and I would navigate. Yep, they used to have maps at rest stops. Back in the day, you go in like you get to a rest stop. You can go into the rest stop and get a map. They have a map for that state or whatever. In the rest stops. Yep. Thomas, what y'all know about I-95? We know what I-95 is used for a lot. You know, we ain't gonna mention it, but I'm gonna just say a lot of rappers who used to be dealing narcotics talk about I-95 a lot. Let's just say that. That's how I know about I-95, from rap songs. Excuse me. Tammy says, hold on, let me put this on the screen. Tammy says, I learned how to read a map when I was 16. My dad also taught me how to change the oil and change a tire. Yep, my dad taught me how to change a tire. He forced me to learn to drive a stick shift. And when I say forced me, he forced me. My dad, passed away in 2014. May he rest in peace, but best dad ever. The first time he tried to teach me how to drive a stick shift, I hated it. I didn't like it. I did a lot of messing up because it was not too long after I just learned how to drive a manual. I just had to learn how to drive an automatic. So now teaching me how to drive a manual, it was frustrating me because I would look down to shift gears when I would take my eyes off the road. So it was a lot of frustration, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to try. I was ready to quit. So he came to pick me up from work one day. We were driving down the road, and he literally pulled over without telling me anything. He pulls over to the side of the road, gets out the car, walks around, opens my door, and says, "You're driving." I was like, "No, I don't want to drive." He said, "Either you drive or we're not going home." So I got in there and drove, and it wasn't a nice small car either that you like feel comfortable in. It's one of those old school trucks where the gear shift was in the floor and it was tall in the floor, and the trucks where if you move up the front seat both the passenger and driver's seat moves up together. It's one thing. It's not two. Those old style 1990 trucks, I had to learn how to drive stick shift with that. But because he forced me to tackle that, I'm able to tackle any stick shift you put in front of me because of that. And I thank my dad for that. It was a lesson in there that I didn't know was happening, but he knew, and I appreciate him for that. Chris, I thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Chris said zoom. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Jeff is in the house. I appreciate you, Jeff. But yeah, we're late getting into our main event segment. This is the main event of the night. The reason why you are here, the title, the thumbnail, the name on the marquee, the picture on the billboard, the main event segment video. Now, in this video, as you can see by the title that I don't know what I named it again, Dad and Duo. I mean, the words are right in front of me, and too many D's. Dad and daughter duo go to war with cops over Boba. And let me tell you, if you haven't had Boba before, sometimes you can go to war over it. I'm just saying, if you get the right flavor combination that, you know, is to your preference. It's weird at first, okay? Drinking these balls that pop into your mouth. That did not sound right. Drinking this thing where these balls pop into your mouth. It's weird at first, but once you get used to it, it's some good stuff. So if you never had Boba, like, find somebody around you that sells it and just go try it. Go try it. It is balls in your mouth. It is crazy. But let's get into this video and see what this is about. But if this is your first time joining me in the live stream during this segment, I'm not able to put comments on the screen. But from time to time, I do pause the video to give my reaction. And during that time, I will also read off some of your reaction comments as well. And so I can't put comments on the screen, but I will read off your comments from time to time. So give me your thoughts in the comments if you're here with me live. And there's a chance I might I know read off to everybody what you say. All right. So let's get into this video. Balls in your mouth. I can't get over that yet. And see what this is all about. Let's go. Boy.
You're not going to tell me how to do my job.
Why?
Why?
This is the prejudice.
I'm being prejudiced because I'm asking for your name because you're causing
On August 26, 2022, at 7:58 p.m., officers responded to a report of an irate customer at a bubble tea store in Georgia. Upon arrival, one of the officers met the complainant, who explained to him the entire situation.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, before he gets into that, I just got to read this. But Amanda says, this father in this video seems horrible, but in South Korea, the culture is different, and he would not be considered rude. So I'm taking that to mean, you know, this is how they are in South Korea, and this is how they act, and this is normal, you know? Like, you know, maybe in America, everybody stares at you if you're acting like this, but in South Korea, they just walk past like it's nothing. So Amanda also says my daughter was going to move to South Korea, so I have been a big word enamored in the culture and can't even speak some Korean. Oh wow, that's great. Chris says true facts. Chris made so let's see.
This guy ordered a matcha drink, and then apparently it's like too powdery, or like it's like stuck on the bottom, so it made the drink a little more bitter than usual, which it usually isn't. And then he was like really upset.
Radio to 179.
And he called after he left. He called on the phone, like cursing at us in Korean, and then just like threatening us. And then he said that I'm gonna come to the store, and then you better apologize right now. So he just came in all cursing and stuff, all mad.
1074. I'm out with a worker.
And he's threatening us in Korean.
Okay. Is he in the store now?
Yeah, he's right there in there. Purple shirt.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full business functionality.
I think his glasses, I don't remember.
He's in a purple shirt.
Yeah, he's right there.
With the mask?
Yeah, black mask.
You just pointed him out. Him.
Hey, sir. Okay. Let's go talk outside, please.
Okay.
One, send out a radio. I'm outside with the suspect.
Yeah.
Do you speak English?
Yeah, my daughter visited.
Can you take that down just a little bit, sir?
Okay.
What's the issue?
It's okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. My daughter ordered some and brought this to home, and we tried. It's too bitter.
Okay, well that's
very bitter too. It's too bitter to drink.
Okay.
So my daughter called. As you know, the customer can complain.
Do you have your ID on you?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Sir, I'm going to be honest. How they stated you were acting, I don't think that's a way to act over a drink.
What's he calling? I thought he was getting ID.
여기 차 타고 말이야. 여기 와봐. 경찰 불렀으니까 여기 좀 와봐. 괜찮아. 와봐. 그리고 올 때 엄마한테 이제 내 바지에서 지갑 좀 가져. 지금 이리 와봐.
Do you have your ID?
Okay.
Sir, do you have your ID on you?
Yeah, my daughter will bring.
Okay.
Over there. I cannot speak any English very well, so my daughter will come.
Okay.
Wait for 5 minutes. Okay,
we can't wait forever.
Okay.
We can't wait forever. So how can I help you to resolve this issue?
I'm here, and because I wanted to talk to manager. What is the problem?
Okay. Just stay right here. Let me see if I can get the manager.
Yeah, so I brought this to show her manager, and I'm from Korea, and the manager can speak in Korean.
Stay right here.
Yes, he's here.
Let me get him and see if he'll speak to you.
Yeah, I explained.
Okay. Hey, sir.
This. Yeah.
Sir, stay right here. Let me get him.
Here.
Stay right here.
I'm gonna tell you, look, one of the hardest jobs in the world, in my opinion, is the manager of any type of like place like this or a fast food restaurant, because you have to deal with it on both sides. If you're the manager of a fast food restaurant, most people who work under you don't want to work there, don't like their job. always calling in. And when people call in, it makes it stressful on you. You know, and then on the other side, you got customers who, a lot of them, just want to complain about whatever. Anything. It's a lot of people trying to get something for free. I worked at Burger King for a lot of years. I've seen a lot of people order a Whopper sandwich or chicken sandwich or whatever, eat 85% of it, and then bring it back up into the counter and say it was wrong and they want another one. And the managers are just get so frustrated, they just give them another one instead of it used to get on my nerves because I'm in the back there, gotta make another one when the first one was good. But they just do that to avoid the frustration and the headache of an angry customer. And sometimes you just gotta do that because to avoid being stressed out all the time. It's a hard job. Let me see. Oh Lord. Jeff's trying to tell people he's shy again. Jeff, look, stop it. Marty said maybe he needs an interpreter. Yeah, he said the manager spoke Korean, so he didn't need an interpreter for the manager, but for the police officer, yeah, that's why his daughter is coming. Amanda said it's not that it would have been looked over. The whole situation would have been different from the call to the store to the interaction of the employees. Everything would have been handled differently. Yeah, if he like Marty said, I think there's a cultural difference thing going on. It is, and you know, when you have, you know, because he grew up in Korea, I'm sure, and they have a way of doing things over there, and he got used to that way of doing things. And once you get used to it, it's hard to shake it. And so when you come to America, you expect everybody, you're still used to that type of service and everything, so you expect that type of service still, even though you're not in Korea anymore. You know what I mean? It's the same thing like moving from down south somewhere to New York City. Some people say, you know, you live down south like Georgia, the people are nicer. The people, you know, say hi, wave, and you can wave at total strangers and they'll wave back and say hello and greet you. And then they say when you in New York it's different. You can't wave at people. You can't just talk to strangers in New York. You gotta be more careful. So it's kind of that same concept. I think my chat is frozen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my chat frozen. All right, but I had paused it long enough. Let's go.
Okay.
29-159, I'm
Hey, is the manager in here?
What are your friends?
Are you able to, do you speak English?
I do.
Okay, so I guess he said that his order was wrong and...
I said I would make it for him, and he told me to try it.
Okay.
Do you want to see how much money you're
told her to try it.
If you
I just heard this
within the last 2 years, that was...
He said, He told her to try it. Like he want her to drink behind her. Okay, I gotta rewind it just a little bit when we start. Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it back just a little bit. But she said he told her to try it.
So I guess he said that his order was wrong, and
I said I would make it for him, and he told me to try it.
Okay.
I said I don't need to try it to make it for you, and he tried to throw it at me.
He tried to throw it at you.
Throw it at me.
Did he throw it at you?
No, but he went like this, telling me to try it. If I don't try it, then he's gonna throw it at me.
Okay. Is there any way we can just give him his money back and send him on his way?
I can definitely do that.
Ask him if we can do that.
Can we just give you a refund?
You know the reason why I'm here. You know.
I do.
And I explained. It was so bitter to drink.
I said I would make it for you.
Could you check this? Could you try this? I told her, but she rejected.
Hey, first off, there's no reason to act like this over a drink. You're a grown man.
And
act like it.
Yeah,
What is the problem, sir? It's got to be a. He just probably just can't understand her because, like, if I think the drink is bitter and I come back to get a replacement, and you just take my word for it that it's bitter and you don't have to try it, why am I so stuck on you trying it? I think he just don't understand what she's saying, because like if you ever went to a fast food restaurant and got a drink, sometimes the drink, I don't know what they call them things in the back of the store, the drink pouch or whatever that's connected to the drink machine, sometimes that gets low and they haven't changed it. So the drink will still come out, but it'll come out like a little bitter taste to it. When you take it back up there and say, hey, this drink tastes funny, they just take your word for it. They don't have to drink it to taste test it. I think you just don't know what's going on. Amanda says, elders are always right in Korea, so much so that when you meet someone, you ask what year they were born. What? Wow. Chris says, and you talk about discipline. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Just because I'm older than you, I know everything? Wow. Marty says, yeah, my kids don't like me talking to strangers on the city trains. Country trains are different. Yeah. It's a culture difference, you know. If you go from anywhere down south and you move to New York, it's a culture difference. If you living in New York and you move down south and you see people waving at you, you be like, what are you waving for? I don't know him. You know, but he just saying hi. That's how we are. So okay, Amanda says, and trying it would not be abnormal there. It would be a normal thing for a person to do. The fact that she was younger and didn't do what he said was unheard of to him. Okay. Now that makes sense now. That makes sense now. Just because he's older, she's supposed to do what he say. That makes sense now. Now I can see it from his perspective. But in America, that's nasty. You know, you could have spit in it, sir. Now you want me to swallow your spit? That's basically what you just asked her to do. So swallow my spit for me real quick. Ew. Let's go.
I just asked her to check this. I want to change this. She said, But she was so rude.
Can you translate, please? See if you can give him his money back and send him on his way.
Hold on, I'm gonna read this. Tammy said, my husband was a manager in a fast food restaurant. He would always be kind with people that complained. He would tell them no and what was what and be kind the whole time. Customers, what is it? Customers, I can't see them this small. Was that riddle it? Look, man, like a fast food customer is freaking dangerous. You know, that's especially a fast food customer that's in the inside. You know, somebody in the drive-thru, okay, that's different. They out there. All you gotta do is close a window. But when they come in and they're yelling and screaming, as a fast food worker, you're on edge because you don't know what people are gonna do. And the manager tries to just calm down the situation. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why, and it's a lot of people who take advantage of that. Like, they know that all they have to do is go and yell and they'll get what they want. Because they know that. And a lot of people take advantage of that. I used to be mad when my managers just gave in to every complaint. It's like, what is you doing? You know? Like, what? Okay? Sometimes the complaints were justified, okay? Like, like I did this a couple times where somebody would order, let's say, a 10-piece nugget, and when I go to the nuggets, they weren't all looking up to par, you know. I would have like 6 good ones, and it'll be like 12 ones that weren't that great. So what I would do, since it takes like 2 or 3 minutes to cook them some new ones, and I just wanted to get them out of there and get that order out of there, what I would do is I would give them about 15 nuggets. You know, yes, 6 were great and the other 9 were not up to par, but you got more than 10. You should be satisfied. Okay? That's what I used to do sometimes. And I know one person brought it back one time, made me mad. He brought them back, but he only brought back 10. So he took the other 5 out of there and brought the rest back and said he wanted some new ones. And I couldn't, there's nothing I could do or say. I can't be like, I gave him 15 because I wasn't supposed to do that. But never mind, man. I'm about to have flashbacks and get mad all over again. Let's go.
그냥 저희가 환불해드려도 될까요? 저희가 환불해드리고 그냥 혹시
근데 왜 그렇게 직접 얘기 안 해? 아까는.
Sir.
제가 말씀드렸잖아요. 안 마셔봐도 안다고 해드릴 수 있다고.
안 마셔봐도 안다고 언제 그랬어? 안 마시겠다고 그랬지.
안 마시겠다고 했죠. 왜냐면 그 손님들이
그리고 해주겠다, 마니백 해주겠다는 말도 안 했어.
아니요, 할 수 있어.
안 했어.
저한테 그걸 던지려고 하면 제가 어떻게 말해? 무슨 말을 해요? 저한테 계속
뭐 던지려고 해서 그런지 안 그러니까 내가 그런 거 아니야. 뭐 fuck이라고 그러면서. She told me fuck.
Back up.
I'm just thinking of this from this officer's perspective. How you supposed to regulate stuff? You don't know what's being said. He could be cursing her out. You have no idea, sir. You don't know what. We got 17 people in here. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's see. Homer says, love my fast food, and if my order is wrong, then I just go with it. Shit happens. I do the same thing because I live that life as a fast food worker, and I know sometimes it happens. You know, like nobody is perfect. We're not going to get every order correct just how people want it. It's going to be some flip ups. Because I live that life, I understand, and I don't complain because I lived the fast food worker life, when I sit in the drive-thru and it's a long line, I'm not mad that the line is not moving, because I understand it. Like, if everybody worked at fast food for just 2 months, your first job, just 2 months, it'll be a whole lot better, because everybody will understand. Tammy said they never got what they wanted with my husband. He never had to call the police. He's lucky. I had a manager who called the police for anything. Okay. We used to joke. We used to joke that the 911 operators would see Burger King number and just answer it and know her by name. Say, what you want now? She would call for anything. Thomas said, sounds like he said that she called him a fraud. Hey, he might have did, but that officer does not know. So Amanda said he's commenting on her disrespect and service. He can't believe that she is questioning him. I don't believe she ever lived in Korea. Yep. And he just expects her to know. Just because she's Korean, she's supposed to know that. I also worked with a guy who is Korean. My manager was Korean. This is when I first worked at Burger King. We had 2 managers that were Korean, and one of the employees, the male who got hired like 2 weeks before me, he was Korean. And so, but he didn't know, he couldn't even speak the language. Okay. But the manager used to talk to him in Korean one day when I was there. She talked to him. She said something to him and walked away. And then he turned to me. I was like, what'd she say? He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know. And then she came back 10 minutes later. She was like, I thought I told you to sweep the floor. He was like, oh. That was funny. But he didn't tell them he didn't know. He just went with it. It's crazy. I got too many stories, but I'm talking about fast food stories of my time working there, because I worked Burger King a lot of years. Too many. Let's go.
I did not say that.
So what did he say?
He just told me to drink it. I said, I don't need to drink it to give you a reason.
Because she told me and the other guy fall.
I did not.
I'm an old man.
The only reason why the other guys approached her was because he was threatening me, and they
I have a right as a customer too.
She sounds like she about to cry now. That sounds like tears about to come out.
A complaint.
Yeah, but you don't have a right to act like this as a grown man. You're a grown man. So what I think we should...
Okay. Honeybook keeps your proposals, contracts, invoices, and payments all in one place. My name is Laura Gomez, and...
Okay.
We are only 7 minutes into this video. It's a 25-minute video. Right now it's 9:40, so I'm gonna let it run a little bit.
Yeah, you...
I always say that, and then I end up pausing it shorter than what I... Whatever, let's go.
What I think we should do now, sir, is you should just leave.
My daughter is coming, and she can explain in English the whole story.
Okay, well, I suggest you just leave and call it a night.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's no reason to act like this over a drink.
Yeah, I wanted her to just check this.
They're not gonna drink it. They're not gonna drink a customer's drink. So what I suggest is you just leave.
Okay. Please wait 5 minutes.
We're not going to wait all night. So you can call your daughter and see where she is, or you can just go to her where she is over there, because there's no reason to act like this as a grown man. It's a drink.
You are here to help me.
I'm here to help both of you, but it sounds like they need more help because you're acting like a child as a grown man over a drink.
You waited for 5 or 10 minutes.
No, we're not going to wait. We're not going to wait. It's been 5 minutes already.
Her daughter called in saying the mother couldn't. And he explained to her that
She had a line.
How much did that cost you?
Cost is not important.
Exactly.
It's
So,
not important.
so why
I have a right to make a complaint.
You do, but
because this is wrong.
So
I just wanted her to recognize this. Check this. And refund all the change. That's it.
But you're acting like a child.
But she was very good. And the other guy phoned me. I'm old. I'm 68 years old.
So
Hey, lower your voice. You're not going to talk to us like that. You understand? I ain't going to put up that shit. I'll take you to jail for disorderly conduct. You understand me right now?
I cannot understand.
Lower your voice.
Low voice?
You're not going to talk to
Okay.
us like that. Do you understand me? We're not going to do that tonight. I will take you to jail for disorderly conduct. You're coming here acting like a fool over a drink.
Yeah.
And you're not going to argue. No.
Okay.
Stop.
Listen to me.
Be quiet.
Listen to me.
No. We're done listening to you.
Okay, after you. Okay, I can.
You talk over me one more time, you're going to go in the back of my car. Do I make myself clear? My officer's sitting there trying to explain something to you. You're not going to raise your voice at him just because you can't get what you want.
Just saying loud is not wrong.
You are not going to come in there and cause a disturbance.
She made me crazy like this.
It's a drink.
Made me upset.
Do you have your ID on you? Give me your ID. Your ID.
He says he doesn't have it. His daughter's on the way to bring it.
My house is over there.
I don't care where your house is.
My daughter is coming with my purse.
What's your last name?
Okay, I can.
No, what's your last name? Spell it.
P-A-E-K.
P-A-E-K?
P-A-E-K.
Okay, first name.
D-A-E-K.
D-A-E.
Last name is B-A-E-K.
Write it down.
Here we go. Amanda says, this might make the culture seem rude, but overall, South Korea is a beautiful culture. And what you have explained to me about South Korea is just, they respect their elders over there. It's what we used to do here. In my younger days as a kid, it's what we used to do here. When I got in a fight one time, okay, and in front of this apartment building, and this lady that I didn't know came out one of the apartments because I guess I was in a fight with one of her kids. So she came out of the apartment. I don't know this lady, but she said, "I'm gonna tell your dad." That scared me so much. I went home and told my dad before her. I walked in the house and he's the first person I saw. I told him because I was scared. Okay. Like I remember one time I was riding down the street on my bike with no handlebars in the middle of the street. This is one of the side streets. The lady sitting on the porch, older lady. I ain't know her. I don't know who she is. But she screamed out, "Put your hands on that bike." I put my hands on the bike. I don't know her, but I respected my elders, so I did what she said. Yeah, when I got around the corner, I took my hands off the bike and started riding with no hands again. But that don't mean nothing. I respected her, what she said when she said it. Today's day and age, kids don't show, adults that same respect, and it looks like they still continue to do that in Korea, and I respect that. I kind of wish we had some of that over here. Marty says, I remember being in Israel with the Israeli friend, and it seemed everyone was angry. She told me it was normal. Nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong. That had to be scary walking around like, what is wrong with these people? But everybody else is calm. You know, that's weird. I kind of had that feeling before. Here's another story of mine. I went with my girlfriend at the time. I think I was like 20, 21 years old. I went to church with her and her family. The preacher stood up. I mean, not the preacher, but while the preacher was talking, a lady stood up and said she was having an affair with the pastor, and she sat back down. And nobody did anything. Nobody moved. Nobody said, the pastor preaching, he didn't stop. Nothing happened. Nobody was looking at her. And I was just looking around like, is this what we do here? Why is nobody upset right now? You know, it's kind of that same concept when I think something is wrong, but everybody else was like, it's normal. What are you talking about? Thank you to the 18 people who are in here right now. Let's go.
Shortly after, Beck's daughter and wife arrived.
You need to find out
Give me
her information. Her DOB and her name.
You're not going to tell me how to do my job.
Why?
Why?
This is the prejudice.
I'm being prejudiced because I'm asking for your name because you're causing an
Ask her.
I will get her information. You're not going to tell me how to do my job.
Sir, I'm
Tell
sorry.
your father's about this close to go to jail for disorderly conduct.
I'm so sorry. He's getting very worked up because
DMV, did you know that UMGC tuition is low cost and you pay $0 for digital material?
they're being very
여기다 설명해 이분한테. Explain.
yeah. They're being very rude with our customer service. And they were actually over the phone. I was talking to them about how dissatisfied we are with the service.
That's one thing,
So,
but you
yeah.
can't come in here causing disturbance,
I
cause
know.
people to cry. If you
I'm
don't,
so
if they're
sorry.
being rude, then leave. Go someplace else and get something else different.
I
But to come in here and cause a scene
Yeah.
where you have all these customers watching you, causing employees to cry over a drink. It's a drink. There's bigger things in life to worry about than a damn drink that's bitter or not.
I know, sir.
그거는 왜
Sir,
그랬는지.
you're really discounting our shoes.
But if then you go to another location. If I go to a restaurant and they
Yeah.
offend me, I'm just not gonna bring my
I
business
know
there.
that's how you handle your problem, and this is
But
how
you can't come into
I know.
public and then cause a disturbance.
Sir, I understand. I understand what you're saying, and I understand that he was offended. You know, he may seem like really offensive, and you apologize. Okay, but when someone is really worked up, and there's no de-escalation of the problem, because they are not apologizing for this service, then we only get really upset.
Okay,
And this
but he's got to be in charge of his own emotions.
Yeah, I
if they're
know.
going to be rude to him,
I know.
that's where you just walk away.
I'm so sorry. I'll go take him, and you know,
Well, he's going to hold.
calm him down.
He's going to hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Can you just write it down for me, please?
Yeah, I like to point this out. But Chris May says, see the language barrier. Emotion is part of the way they speak as well. Cop not understand. And this is why I like doing reactions live, because if I didn't have you all here in this chat, I wouldn't fully understand why he's so riled up and why he's acting like this. But, you know, I would be looking at him different if I didn't know all this information y'all are giving me. This would have been a whole different type of reaction. So, you know, I wish I could just tell him. I wish the cop could just understand that. But they can't. And there's no way to tell him right now. Like, there's nothing they can say to explain. There's nothing the daughter can say right now to fully explain why her father is acting like this. There's nothing. One, because the cops just don't want to hear it. All they want to hear right now is, I'm sorry. they don't want to hear an explanation, and it sucks, the culture differences. And I'm just trying to think, there's no way you can expect a cop to understand all these different cultures, you know. It's just hard to expect a cop to understand all these different cultures. It's just impossible, really. It's impossible. Yeah, but let's go.
And then your date of birth as well.
Yeah.
아니, 또 들어봐. 내가 와서 이걸 이렇게 해서 내가 왔는데 조용히 얘기했어. 점잖게 매니저만 바꿔달라. 그래가지고 이게 너무 나도 모르니까 너무 써서 잘못됐다 얘기를 했어. 한번 이거를 트라이해봐라. 근데 안 하겠대. 거부하는 거야. 체크는 안 해.
Name's your last name?
그러면서
just step over there for me.
거짓말하는 게 있어. 자기는 리펀드 해준다고 그랬는데
They're actually because of
그런 말 하지도 않았어.
I can only talk to one person at a time. Like I stated earlier, act like a grown man that you are, and let me stop talking.
I'm talking to my daughter to translate. Okay?
Okay, so
Actually, how about you walk him over there?
Yeah, I will
and,
do that. I'll do that.
And then you come back when he's ready to act like a grown man.
그거를 내가 설명을 한 거야. 그러고선 여기 남자 둘 있잖아. 하면서 말이야.
It's okay. I'll
그래서 사과는.
And like Tammy says, where's it at? Where's it at? I just saw it. Where does it go? Didn't Tammy say that? Tammy, did you erase it? You had a comment up here that said that poor daughter, she has to be the in-between, or something like that. And it's hard for the daughter because she's trying to, she has to play both sides because she don't want to upset her dad, because you know how her dad's going to get at her if she don't, if he don't get his way. He probably yell at her later. She don't want that. But at the same time, she wants her dad to calm down and do what the officer says. So it's hard. It's hard for her.
So did y'all offer to give money back or anything?
He didn't give me a chance to say anything. All I said was, if you don't like it, I can make you a new drink.
And that's really understandable, especially coming from a place that serves drinks.
Yeah. And he said, no, you have to try it. I said, I don't want to try it. Like, and he was trying to throw it at me, started yelling. And we didn't even get a chance to offer him a refund or any alternative offer.
Is there any other people inside? Do you have security cameras or anything in that?
We have cameras.
We are going to go over common pieces of career advice that job seekers get.
No,
Okay. Is there anybody else working? Anybody else working during this time that saw all this?
Oh yeah, the other employees right now.
I'm so sorry that this caused a lot of ruckus. But honestly, from you guys, we need an apology too. You guys said, I'm hearing from my dad that you guys said F words. You guys were offending him deeply. I talked to you on the phone and the other guy who was very far from apologizing to the service, who actually said, oh, I'm losing my and walked
He did not
away.
say that.
Yes, he
there.
did. Yes, he did. Yes,
I
he did.
was
I wish I
there.
recorded. I heard him. I heard him very clearly.
And did you hear
And
me
it's
trying to
okay.
apologize to
You know
you?
what? You know what though? This doesn't matter anymore. I just want this to end. But it was very offensive, and honestly, I'm never coming back here for any bubble tea.
Did you
And
think
you're
what you
just
said to me was offensive? Do you know what your dad called me?
well, you guys said.
You know why?
That's not like this.
You know why they had to step in? Your dad threatened to throw the drinks at me. You think that's okay? He went like this to me, went closer to me. That's why they stepped in, they stepped back.
I'm so sorry about that. That must have really surprised me.
I'm
really sorry.
okay. I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but then this is not worth hurting my mental health either. See, call me 미친년. He said, how the heck am I gonna live this world? Like, is that really what you have to say over a drink? I get that you guys are offended, but we could have done this a better way. A way how normal business would handle it. Giving a refund, replacing a drink. We had all these options. We have cameras. I can show you cameras.
I suggest you take your dad over to that end.
Okay.
Okay, then that was just rude.
I suggest y'all go over there. And the daughter seems real adamant about you need to apologize to us or anything. Once it's said and done, I wouldn't even say another word.
I've already apologized so many times.
Really, you don't have to. There's no reason for a grown-ass man to act like this over a drink.
I only apologize for making the drink not the way that they wanted it, but we have no choice. We're franchise.
Yeah.
We have to follow the rules, and I'm sorry if they don't like it, but this is not worth calling me names and threatening me. I don't know why.
One of the officers then spoke to a different staff member at the store.
So he basically, we made him his drink, right? And his daughter, and him picked it up. So they're complaining about it being bitter, whatever. But they got it with no ice, whatever. That's just, And then his daughter calls in, getting kind of aggressive over the phone. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I wasn't dealing with it. I gave it to the manager. She was also yelling at the manager. Oh, wow, they said they were going to come in. I was like, okay, whatever. Then he comes in, and then he attempts, he made it look like he was going to throw the drink at her. So I was just like, hey, bro, chill out, I got in front of her, and I walked around. I was trying to tell him to leave. He wasn't leaving. He was throwing a fit, and then that's when he tried to call you guys.
Okay, so here's a couple things. One, you're getting a ticket for disorderly conduct.
I need a translation.
Okay.
Okay.
He's getting a citation for disorderly conduct. He has a court date at the 17th of October at 9 a.m. at the Duluth Municipal Court. The address is listed at the bottom. It is a mandatory court date, so make sure he shows up for that court date. If he doesn't, they'll issue a warrant for his arrest. Okay. All right. I just need him to sign here by this X. It's not a admission of guilt. Just saying you're receiving a citation. I'm explaining the citation to you.
아빠가 여기서 소란 피웠다고 코치에 이 날짜에 가야 된대. 이거 시그니처 하러. 성명 하러. 거기 가지 않으면은 긴급 체포될 수 있고.
나만 가는 거야? 나만 가는 거야?
It's just him who's showing up there?
Yes. So what they'll do is they're going to, so he's going to have a court date. He'll have to talk to the solicitor, and if he wants to plead not guilty, then they'll set a trial date for him, and then they'll bring in everybody. Okay. But I'm going to talk. I've talked to all the other employees. I'm going to go in there and talk to the other customers because there's a couple things that he did really wrong. One is in there acting crazy over drink. Second of all, several people saw him lift that drink up like he was going to throw it. That's simple assault. So he could go to jail for that if they wanted to press charges, okay? So he's only getting a ticket for it tonight, okay, for disorderly conduct. Like I said, he just needs a sign here, show up to his court date, talk to the solicitor, and then he'll decide, if you need an interpreter, if you need to go, or they'll provide an interpreter for him if he needs one, okay? So I just need him to sign right there for me.
Yeah, but I want to read what Tammy says. Thank you. First of all, we got 19 people in here. I appreciate y'all being here. Tammy said it's sad what the man is going through, but he's in America. We would have to learn their culture if we would go to their country, which is, correct, because, he should have to adapt to how we do things, and we shouldn't have to adapt to how he's used to doing things. Yeah, you got a great point right there. Marty says, for the father's mental health, I wonder if seeing psychologists would help. It is very hard for older people to adapt to visiting or living in another country. Yeah, because he said he's 60 something right now. So I don't know when he came to this country, but if he's lived like 3/4 of his life in Korea, it's hard to adjust. It's hard to make that adjust when you're like, it's already set in stone, for that many years. Excuse me, that burp came out of nowhere. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, he I don't know how or who we can talk to help him make that adjustment, but I'm gonna just say part of me looking at him, seeing what he's done doing this video, I don't think he wants to adjust. I think he's gonna always be on, hey, y'all should do it how I am used to it. Just my opinion. Let's go. Oh, we are 18 and a half minutes into a 25-minute video. In case you were wondering about the time. Let's go.
남자애들 밖에까지 나와가지고 나한테 소란 피우고.
What about those male employees and who were trying to charge at him?
Okay.
Yeah. What about them?
Okay. So they're rightful representatives up there, okay? The fact is they said that they saw him pick up a drink, act like he's going to chuck it at him. They stepped in front of him because of the way he was acting in there and telling him he needed to leave. He refused to leave. That's the same thing we got when we got called. I'm going to also talk to all the other witnesses all in there. So they'll come to court. I got all their information, so they'll come to court if he wants to have a trial for it.
Okay. 만약 그런 거를 아빠가 다 얘기를 입장을 하고 싶으면은 그냥 이거를 가가지고 나 코트에 서고 싶다고 이거 어필한다고 그렇게 얘기하지 된대.
그래 나도 하는데 저 사람들도.
Okay, so it looks like Fox and Wendy are leaving. I appreciate y'all being here and contributing to the show. You know, come back. You know, always welcome, of course. That's good.
코트 가야 되는 거 아니야? 저 사람들도 나한테 소리 지르고 두 명이서 나한테 막 치러 가고 그랬는데.
근데 다른 사람들은 다 아빠가 그랬다고만 봤다고 그래서 지금 그러는 거래.
아니.
We're not going to discuss any more of this. I'm not going to have cold court here. I just need him to sign the citation to say understand that he's.
Okay.
But sir, you are really not giving us opportunity to speak for ourselves.
Well, we speak to him, but
it's really unfair. I'm just saying it out there.
Okay, well,
in the future, I think to other people, I think you should be a little more fair.
Well, the problem is we've been trying to.
One-sided. Yeah.
That's actually what court is for, is to speak about it at court. So, like Sergeant Miles say, this is, ma'am.
I'm a physician. I'm a doctor. I know what the court does.
Oh, okay.
To teach me.
So, I'm not teaching. I'm explaining. Yes. So,
it's okay.
Speak with us at court.
Well, there's a lot of conversation happened before you got here.
집에서부터 우리가 전화로 신사적으로 얘기했는데 거기서부터
you know, as a physician, if somebody came in your doctor's office, they were upset, they started screaming at you.
Yeah, but you know that the emotions built up at some place.
But there's certain times that you know.
A while ago,
but I guarantee you'll be calling police.
You're not letting me speak, and you're depriving on my personal right to speak and defend for myself.
Okay, well, it's time for you to leave.
You are. Yes, we are. We will leave.
So here's his copy. Okay, this is copy. Also, here's the other thing.
당신은 거짓말하는 것보다 목소리 크게 얘기하는 걸 더 악한 것으로 생각하는 경향이 있는 것 같다. 내가 그러더라고.
근데 아빠 이거 사인한 거야?
했어.
No, he already signed mine.
Signed it.
All right, so he's also receiving a criminal.
아니 그 얘기를 해.
알았어, 잠깐만. 이 사람 얘기하는 거 듣고.
He's also receiving a criminal trespass warning. They do not want him back at this location. If he comes back to this location, he'll be arrested for trespassing.
That's okay.
So he doesn't need
to be here either.
Okay, well he doesn't have to sign it. I just have to. They asked for it, so I have to provide it for it.
Okay.
So that's it.
여기는 아빠가 발을 들일 수 없대.
Any other questions?
Does that mean we can go to H Mart?
Yeah, you just can't go inside this specific. You can go to any other.
Location.
Yeah, just 101.
How about the store right next to it? We can go there.
You can go all those. Just it's specific for this location.
Specific Tiger Sugar location.
Correct.
Okay. Absolutely, we would never want to be here.
Okay.
We're treated so ill, you know.
Okay. Well, like I said, we weren't here. Also said they're telling us one side of the story.
You were not here, yet you are standing for them, and you never stood up against us. You
I've talked to. Okay, I got one person.
Yeah.
His side of the story that he's telling my officer, and I got multiple people in there telling us a different story.
Which
okay.
puts him at a huge disadvantage because these are all same people.
So
working for the same
so I'm going to be talking to everybody that's in that store.
Yes, please do, because that will be the only fair way.
Well, the fact is you're arguing with me when you're trying to tell me I don't come to your job and tell you how to do your job. I'm telling you what we're going based off the information.
Right.
We weren't here, so it's the two sides of the story. We're getting both sides, and we're trying to make it the best, most judgment.
Okay, this is okay. What? Okay, I handed you everything I needed to hand it. I handed you your ticket. I handed you the trespass warning. I explained the ticket. I told you about your court date. There's nothing else to talk about. Why are we still sitting here having a conversation? It makes no sense. It's crazy. Amanda says, it might seem like I am defending him, but I am not. But as a social worker, I have had to remove myself and my feelings from situations and look at things from others' eyes. Yeah, I'm that's what I'm getting. I didn't get that you was defending him. You just explaining where he's coming from and why he's acting like that. There's always a reason. We look at it and say, hey, it's just over boba tea, but sometimes it's more than just the tea. It's more than just the beverage. It's more than just the drink. And from what you have learned me, if that's how you say it, what you have learned me tonight, I know that it's not just tea. It's not just the beverage that he's mad at. It's more to it than that. And I'm glad I could learn that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes when Koreans talking in Korean, I think they're yelling or I think they're mad even when they're not. Now when I hear it, I'm going to be able to say maybe they're not mad at each other. Maybe they're having a normal conversation. That's good.
If he came here and he was calm, he probably wouldn't have got that. But the fact is, from what I've got from multiple people in there, is that he was being very aggressive, being very rude. You said they were rude. That's something that you guys need to do.
Yeah.
Better business bureau. You can file a complaint and everything like that.
Yeah. Just final point. I think you guys focus too much on crying, emotional expression over what is honesty.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what
All right. Well, you guys are free to go. Okay.
이 얘기를 좀 해줘. 뭐냐면은 왜 사진 찍어? 당신 뭐예요?
사진 찍는 것이죠?
당신 뭐야?
저희도 저희 안
Alright, it's time
찍었는데요.
to go, guys.
저희 찍은 적 없는데요.
Do you allow her to take photo?
You're in a public place. You can take photographs if you
변호사
want.
불러야겠네요.
오케이, 오케이. 요거 하나 좀 이 얘기를 해줘. 괜찮아. 당신은 자꾸 얘기하는데 이 사람들이 무엇을 잘못했는지,
Why is there still a video
그리고
going?
어른에게 루드하게 하는지 이런 것보다도 그저 목소리 크게 한 거를 더 악으로 생각하는 것 같다. 그게 내가 유감이라도 얘기지.
Yeah. I mean, we expect nothing but justice and being fair from police, and I certainly will walk away expecting that, but just it was a little disappointing this afternoon, this evening, that you guys were just fixated on loud voices as opposed to being rude to the elderly, being extremely...
Being rude is against law. Him coming there causing the disturbance in public where an employee felt like they were threatened is against the law.
I'm sorry, sir, but if you turn 70 and you hear like a 20 or 30-year-old saying all
It's not against the law.
I'm sure
just the same way it's your constitutional right for the First Amendment to
but
cuss.
I'm sure it will really work up a turmoil in your emotions.
Listen to us.
But you need to listen to me. The fact is he's causing a disturbance, and he put them in fear for their safety with the fact that he was raising. They thought he was going to be throwing a drink at him.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to side more with them. Now, if they were just arguing back and forth, I'm going to call it chalk it up as you both are being disrespectful. Need to move on. But the fact is,
we're gonna move on.
So
yeah, thank you.
이거 버리지 마. 이거 증거로 가지고 있어. Can you keep this?
You can throw it away.
Evidence?
Evidence.
What evidence is that going to provide?
He gonna take the drink to court. He gonna have that drink in court and tell the judge to taste it. That man gonna take the drink. I don't think they allow beverages in court, but he gonna be in there asking the judge to taste it.
You want to
They made an inedible drink.
That is not against the law.
This is very important evidence.
That is not against the law. If somebody makes a disgusting drink. Okay, well you're trying to argue with me about your taste. I can't do anything about that.
After reviewing the security footage, it was confirmed that Mr. Beck entered the store, argued with employees, and twice gestured as if to throw a drink. He was asked to leave, but only departed when the police arrived. Sungbek was cited for disorderly conduct and banned from the store for trespassing.
So yeah, that was it, man. Look, I can't even switch to things. What am I doing right now? Yeah, that was there's two people in a disagreement, and neither one of them can fully understand where the other one was coming from and why they were upset or why they felt the way that they felt, because it's a culture difference. And man, it's just it's no way to really fix that, because no one person can understand every different culture like fully. I just think that's impossible. It's just impossible. I mean, you can do your research on different cultures and all that, but I believe you have to be in it. You have to be around it. You have to live it in order to fully grasp it and fully understand it. Understand a different culture. You know, it's just hard without living it. You know what I mean? It's like speaking a different language. Yeah, you can learn how to say different words. You can learn how to put sentences together. But if you don't speak it on a daily basis, sometimes you're going to forget. Like, I took French. I took 2 years of French and 2 years of Spanish in high school. Well, I took French 1 in 8th grade. But the rest in high school. I know a little bit. Sometimes I get them mixed up. Sometimes when I count to 10 in Spanish, I'll start in Spanish and end in French. It's a mix up. Like, I don't speak the languages like constantly all the time. I did enough to where I can pass the test, and I forgot about that stuff. I didn't actually try to learn it to remember it for the rest of my life. I just learned it enough to pass the test. You know, I really failed French too, but the teacher felt bad for me and passed me. You know, that's the truth. You know, but yeah, it'll be hard to fully understand every culture if you're not surrounded by it every day. It's just, you know, and sometimes, like Thomas said, sometimes it is just pride. Sometimes it's, I'm right. I don't care what you say. You just need to agree with me and do what I say. I don't care what you have to say. I'm not really listening to you because I don't care. Because I know whatever you saying is wrong because I'm right. That's pride. When you can't what is it? When you can't like open yourself up to different perspectives that other people are going to see. When you think you're right all the time. You know, you can have pride sometimes, you know, but in some situations you got to try to see, you know, where somebody else is coming from. You know, you got to be able to hear other people out and listen to understand, not just listen for them to stop talking so you can start talking. You have to actually listen to understand what they are saying and where they are coming from. Yeah. Tammy said this wife is a little high and mighty. Yeah. She was. You just gotta think, like, how was it for her and her daughter to live in that household when her daughter was growing up? Everything Dad said is right. Everything Dad said goes. And there's nothing you can say. Just do what I say. So now, as the daughter is older, she's still living off that. She's still saying, my dad was right and you all are wrong. It's like she's still living in the household. Even though she's not, I don't think. Sinclair, he said, take a sip, Judge, is awful. That'll be funny. I just wish I could be in court to see him. Just see him with that drink and ask the judge to take a sip of it. The drink a month old and he still got the drink and talking about his bitter. That'll be funny. I appreciate you joining us, Sinclair. Thank you. Man, let me see. Marty says, I wonder how long he has been in the USA. The family seems to think they've been slighted. They need to have lower expectations, but I'm reminded of Americans calling 911 for cold fries. They do that. They do that. People will complain about anything. That's why the girl was crying. She was crying not just because of what he did, but because there have been so many other rude customers. There's been so many other rude people that come in there. And at some point, it's going to break you. At some point, you're not going to be able to handle it, and you're going to have to let those emotions out. You know, what I would do is let them out when I got in the car. But, but you know, her breaking point was right then, and she broke. Tammy said, I've stayed 16 minutes past my bedtime. Tammy, your bedtime is 10. On Saturday and Wednesday night, you got to make exceptions. Okay? You got to, like, push that back 30 minutes. And that means you can wake up 30 minutes later the next morning. Okay? That's how it goes, Tammy. You got to learn the house rules. Sinclair said, my grandma said you can't learn others' perspectives with your mouth open. Exactly. Yeah. Especially if you're not listening. You know, sometimes people have their mouth closed and they still don't listen, you know. But yeah. Dapper Dan says, in Armed Forces Police Shore Patrol training in Southeast Asia, we had to study cultural differences. Great training and helped me de-escalate and diffuse situations. Like, that is like so valuable. Learning other cultures and if you can learn another culture of somebody and you can kind of see their perspective, it helps with the communication process. So that's why it was, I don't want to say easier, but that's why it was I could say easier. That's why it was easier for you to, you know, de-escalate in those situations because you understood where everybody was coming from, you know? And I think if the officers knew what Amanda taught us tonight, he would have went and tackled that differently. You know. Like Jeff said, you have 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to talk for a reason. That's for a reason. It's not like God didn't put us together like that just because he thought it looked good. You know? He didn't say, oh, let me put an ear on the other side too, just to make it symmetrical. No. It's a purpose. Okay? Have a great night, Tammy. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your contributions to this live team. Your contributions to this live stream, to this show, and to this channel. Thank you so much, Tammy. I hope Tammy's still here. I'll make a quick announcement. Saturday videos are happening. It's more work for me, but I'm gonna put out a video every other Saturday, starting with next Saturday, the 10th. August 10th will be a Saturday video. Now, since it's Saturday and it's the weekend, those videos are going to be long, okay? Next Saturday's video is 50 minutes long. Because it's Saturday, you know? What else you got to do? It's Saturday. It's going to come out at 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What I'm going to try to do is find like those videos that are like compilation videos where it's a whole bunch of different little body cam videos in one. Or I might just react to 2 different body cam videos within one video. So they're always going to be long. I'm shooting for at least 40 minutes on the Saturday videos. They're going to be long. It's a lot more work for me, but I just feel like Saturday deserves that. Okay, so that's going to start next Saturday, and we're going to be every other Saturday because they're so long. So we got to skip a Saturday. But we are going to have, what time I say? 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, the video is going to be about an hour. I can say about an hour. But the video is going to be at least 40 minutes long is what I'm going to shoot for on the Saturday videos. So I'm sure everybody in here in the live stream now is a subscriber, and I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss. If you're watching on the replay and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. I really appreciate all of you being here tonight. I learned some stuff. I learned about a different culture, and I need to take this information in and take it with me, and it's gonna help me in the future. You know, at some point I'm going to need this information that I learned tonight. At some point, I'm gonna have to understand the Korean culture, and I'm gonna be able to understand it. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next month, next year. But 10 years from now, I'm gonna be able to de-escalate a situation because I understand why this Korean guy is talking like this right now. So I'm thankful for learning. I need to do like more live streams. Like I need to I can't wait till I get to the point where I can do this full time and I don't have to go out and work. Because at that point, I'm going to be doing just quick live streams in the morning time. Just because I love live streams. I love these live streams. I love reacting with you all in real time to these body cam videos. Because I just think they come out better, because you know, you all are always saying something that makes me think, makes me learn, makes me helps me understand what's going on. And that's I don't know, man. It's just I just love this, man. Like I said earlier in this live stream, it's a dream come true. And I thank every single last one of you for helping this dream of mine come true. Thank you so much, man. I'm gonna tell you, I forgot to eat today. I forgot to eat dinner, so I'm about to go make me some chili dogs. You know, I know you didn't want to know that, but now you know what I'm about to eat at 10:30 at night. Chili dogs. So you know what that means, right? Yep. I'm gonna be up at 2 a.m, probably on the toilet. I know you didn't want to know that either, but I mean, I might as well tell you everything. You know, I can't tell you half the story. You know, what sense does that make? You ever watched half a movie and left satisfied? No, you gotta you gotta watch the movie to the end. Why would you just watch half the movie and just... No, you gotta know the full story. So I told you the full story. I'm about to eat some hot dogs with chili on it. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I probably wake up at 2 a.m. and gotta sit on the toilet. That's the full story. You know, if I had more time, I'd give you a play-by-play. Sound effects and everything. But I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I had fun again. I'm stupid. Wednesday's live stream is gonna be even better. I promise you. I can't wait to see y'all there, man. Thank you.